Aubrey, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the TikToks, Aubrey. Kensito, what is Kensito? Yanette, hello, how are you? Rustica? Rusticaro Leather, hello. Aubrey, 40 TikToks, thank you. Linda, hi. A little Ken. A Kensito. Well, thank you. Lynn, hello. Amykins, hi. Aubrey, thank you so much for the 20 bears. You're so sweet. More bears, Aubrey? Thank you. Maddie, hello. Dylan, welcome. None of your business, thank you for being here. Maddie, thank you for the likes. Anupa, hello. My podcast dropped on today on Spotify. Conversations with Chanel. Well, Chanel, I wish you luck on your ventures on your podcast, and I hope that your podcast does amazing. Lay, hello. Where are you from? I'm from Ohio. 92 Roses, thank you so much, Audrey. Parker, hi. Austin, welcome. BM, hello. Gilbert, Scorpio, hi. Stephen, welcome. Thank you. It will because I manifested it. Do your thing, girl. I missed the daily stories. Hello, Parker. Hello, Tiff. If you want, I could get catfished again. Speaking of the catfish situation, I totally called it. She's single. How did I know? It's kind of spooky how good I am at reading people. Everybody who's new here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for being here. We need like 40 followers tonight. Do your thing, girl. Luciana, hi. I love a short king. Aston, thank you. Hi. Janice, welcome. We need like 40 followers tonight. I'm so tired and I want to go to bed ASAP. The faster we get 40 followers, the faster I can go to bed. Joe, thank you for the follow. Lisa, thank you for the follow. Hi. Yeah, speaking of the whole catfish series, Serena, thanks for the follow. The girl is single again. Sally, hi. Evelyn, welcome. And I knew that wasn't going to last. And here we are. Here we are. Your boy called it. I'm still saying TikTok Bachelor. I'll be the host. I'm not going to do TikTok Bachelor. Am I giving relationship advice? I sure am, Kevin. What you got going on? Just curious, how old are you? I'm 31. I'm tired too. It's okay. I am so tired. My eyes are ready to just fall into deep sleep. Hi from Providence, Rhode Island. Joe from Rhode Island. Thanks for being here. Hello, Megan. How are you? You're back. Ash Cakes, I am back. Hi. How's life treating you? Life is good right now. Where are you from? Ohio. I'm new here. Is this a safe place for Black women? This is a safe place for everybody. Lay. Nose Guy 69. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Long time no see. What you been up to? Same Night Scribe, welcome. I'm in Texas. Well, Patrick from Texas, thanks for being here. Joe, hello. Amanda, hi. Is this a safe place for people for noses too? Yes. Even if you have noses, you're welcome here. Ray, I'm just chilling in Loveship. What's up with you? What's the point of love bombing? So the point of love bombing is to manipulate you, wrap you around their finger so that they can go out, collect supply while you stay at home and pine for their love. Try to win them back. Try to win their approval back. Ale, thank you for the follow. What if you're just a nose? Even if you're just a nose, you're allowed to be here. Love bombing is the freaking worst. Trophy wife, hi. Can we find love too? Noses can find love. I feel like noses can find love. User 46, hello. Thanks for being here, everybody. Click the follow button if you know. Y'all the best. Jonathan, welcome. But yeah, like the narcissist, like we'll use narcissism for example. They will love bomb to make you fall for them. And there will be a point where the love bombing usually stops when you start to see the truth, when the mask slips and you see who they really are. Once the mask slips and you see the real them, that's when the love bomb goes off. That's when they stop putting in the effort. Now they're going to start to devalue you. They're going to start talking shit about you behind your back so that your friends think you're an awful person. So when they ultimately discard or cheat on you, their friends are happy for them. You know, finally you cheated on them. But the longer the narcissist tricks you, the longer the love bomb lasts. You know, the longer the mask stays on. You'd definitely be able to smell what's up. Yeah, if you were just a nose looking for love, you'd be able to smell what's up for sure. You're like the California for every guy, but calmer. The California for every guy, what does that mean? Unknown Blonde, thank you for the follow. What if you tell someone, I'll call you at a certain time, and you call him and he doesn't answer? That's disappointing. Because we really need to stay a person of our word, and if something happens, we need to update explaining why we can't follow through with our word. That's unfortunate, but you could just text me like, hey, I tried to call you. Call me back when you have time. So something simple. I wouldn't read into it too much. Like, things happen. Who knows? Who knows what's happening on the other end? It's a cycle to real dumb, blow up, love bomb, repeat. It's a cycle in a sense. Alara, thank you for doing whatever you just said. I appreciate you. It's a cycle in a sense. It's not like it'll never be as intense as it was in the beginning. You know, it's after the love bomb, what you're recognizing as a cycle is more so their creation of a trauma bond, you know, where they invest little by like less and less and less and less. They'll abuse you, they'll make up for it, they'll abuse you again, they'll make up for it. But every time they're making up for it, you're getting less and less love. You know, it's like in the beginning of the relationship, they're putting $100 into your piggy bank. And by the end of the relationship, you're happy with the pennies. Like, oh, they gave me a penny. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. And that's what a trauma bond is. When you're happy with the scraps at the end. Started friends with benefits. He wasn't looking for relationships. He just got out of a 4-year last year. I found out he was cheating and moved to another state for her. Damn, girl. Who keeps getting tricked by narcissists? I mean, narcissists are a very enticing trick. Like, sometimes we'll know, right? But me, for example, from a man's perspective, it's not necessarily falling for a narcissistic woman's trap, more so she's hot, so YOLO, let me go for it. And then you catch feelings and you're fucked. Like I can usually see the signs, but if she's hot enough, I'll ignore them. The EJG, hello. Hi, my lovely unknown blonde, how are you? My crush ghosted. How do I get him back? Taylor, the best thing to do if somebody ghosts is just to go about your life. Move forward, and if they come back, they come back. If they don't, you've already started moving on. But there's nothing you can really do to make a ghost come back. You know, you could do a seance. You could do a seance and get a Ouija board if you wanted to. But just live your best life. Post about it. Post stories of you. Maybe not necessarily going out and being around a bunch of guys, because that could turn them off and be like, dodged a bullet. But just living your best life, having fun, whatever that is, other than just, you know, clubs and bars. And post pictures of you looking hot, you know? You post a nice thirst trap in your story, that could be enough for him to reappear. Yeah, maybe I'm the narcissist one. I mean, maybe, Jonathan. I'll have to get to know you better. I've gained feelings, but don't want to say anything in the risk of the friendship. What do I do? Keep your feelings to yourself. Keep it. They made it clear they just want friends with benefits, and you caught feelings. That's what happens. Like sometimes you catch feelings for your friends with benefits, but they don't owe you anything. You know, they've communicated that to you, and it sucks that you're catching feelings. Try your hardest not to. Put your energy into somebody else. Take your energy away from that friends with benefits. If you're catching feelings over here and they don't want any sort of relationship right now, you know, give them time. Put your energy on someone else. Left his newborn. Luckily had therapy today. How can you tell the difference between love and a love bomb? Real love never stops. So you know it's a love bomb if you know it's a love bomb when you communicate something's bothering you and they don't care. Because your actions up to this point don't align with somebody who doesn't care that I'm being hurt. You know, somebody who loves me is going to do all those things you did for me in the beginning, yes, but when I'm hurt, they're going to care. When something's bothering me, they're going to care. We're going to be able to talk through things. So if you've been amazing for 3 months, and all of a sudden you're doing something I find disrespectful and I bring it up and I try to have a conversation about it, and you're gaslighting me, you're turning on me, you're calling me names, you're calling me insecure, you're calling me jealous, like whatever it is, then you know you've been love bombed. Like, okay, this is the real you. It was all manipulation. It was all a trick to wrap me around your finger. Like, Alara, thank you so much for joining my little heart person. Like, obviously relationships are going to be ups and downs. You know, there's going to be struggles, there's going to be conflict, there's going to be fights here and there, but look for the people who are willing to talk through fights and look for a solution and not constantly blame the other person. You know, you face the problem together instead of turning each other into the problem. You look for a compromise. Like, look for those people. That's what we need to find, is empathy. That's real love, not somebody who's looking to figure out how it's your fault. How it's your own fault that you're hurt right now. Alice, thank you for the roses. Axel, thanks for the follow. What if he says he wants to meet you and says he can't keep his promise? Drop him. We can't fuck with people who don't meet their promises. Because people who don't live up to their word, like once or twice, no big deal. But that's just, like, that's a straw on the camel's back situation. Somebody who constantly breaks promise after promise after promise after promise. Like, you might not notice all the wear and tear. You might not notice all the abuse because it's just, you know, a straw on the camel's back one at a time until eventually the back breaks. And you're like, the fuck? Now I have a CPTSD and I don't trust anybody. Now I have an avoidant attachment style and I don't trust anybody to step up when they say they're going to. Trauma bonding is the worst. It is. For sure. Bethany and Teresa, thank you for the follow. Fixing myself to stop trauma bonding. Well, we love to see that, Susie. Would you consider monkey branching a form of narcissism? It's definitely a sign of narcissism. Like, it's important to, not necessarily narcissism, but it's a very cluster B thing to do is lily padding or monkey branching. Going from relationship to relationship. It's an indication of a cluster B personality disorder for sure. Not 100% narcissism. But you have to remember, we all have a trait or two of narcissism. You know, that's the only way we're going to be able to succeed and do things in life, is if we have just narcissism here and there. But we need to be able to control the narcissism that we do have. But you need, 5 traits to be diagnosed a narcissist. So you could have 4 narcissistic traits, but if you don't have a 5th one, you're good to go. You can't be diagnosed. But I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose people. But somebody who's monkey branching or lily padding, you could just have an extreme anxious attachment, and you just need constant connection with somebody. You constantly need somebody around, and you don't want to sit in the loneliness. But if that's the case, you should be able to look in the mirror and realize that, and tell yourself that you're being dumb and that you should probably heal and work on yourself before you get into a relationship again. But yeah, it could be an indication of cluster B personality disorder for sure. Lucy, thank you for the follow. Channel server high. I was love bombed last year 3 times. He cheated, said he would do something with his life if I didn't go back. Well, Blonde, if anybody ever threatened you with that, you know, like, it's sad, but that's not your problem. You know, if it's serious, you know, make a phone call, you know, do a wellness check. But, you know, that's not your child. Call their parents. You can't let people manipulate you with threats like that, because that's all it is. It's just manipulation. Narcissists will rarely do it. It's really scary if you or a loved one has borderline personality disorder, because 1 in 10, like that big, like 10% of them do try, and unfortunately they succeed. So if they have borderline personality disorder, for sure let a loved one know. Try to get them help. Avoidance are also the worst. No offense, avoidance are the worst. I agree. Catfish, love bomb, and spammed last year. Hello, Sarah. How are you tonight, Delta Dawn? I'm great. How are you? Wendy, hello. I love the honesty again. I'm sorry, Daddy. Ouch. It's okay. Lois, Lean, thank you for the rose. Chris, hi. Like, if I say I'm going to call you at a certain time, what should I tell him? You should call him. You should call him. If he doesn't pick up, just let him know you try to call. Text you back or call you when he can. Austin, thanks for the follow. How are you, Sarah? I'm already suspicious when someone is interested in me. Tania, hello. Why are you suspicious? You don't feel like you're worth love? You're handsome? Well, thank you. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you. You don't summon a ghost, you banish it. Facts. Tania, hello. Be safe and careful dating. Yes, be as safe as you can. Alex, hello. Shout out from the Philippines. Thanks for being here. Tania, hi. Everybody who's new here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. We need... Hi, love. Hello, program girl. We need 40 followers tonight. Narcissist is such a throwaway. It can be. I feel like people are... I guess it depends on the circle. Like in this circle, when people say narcissist in this circle that you're in right now, like this side of TikTok, they mean the diagnosable term. If you're just like chilling at brunch with a bunch of Instagram girls, they think anybody who tries to control them or set boundaries is a narcissist. So yeah, it definitely depends on the circle. True Ketty, hello. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the little heart thing. Thanks for joining my teams. I don't know what the teams do, but thank you. Always respect yourself. Facts. Hi, Daddy. Hello. Hello, Ian. JP Very, thank you for the follow. Rita, hello. Hi, Gorgeous Ken. Hello, Linzarella. When he opens up my Snap and doesn't answer, what's he telling you? I do that too. That just means he doesn't want to respond. He doesn't have the energy for it. Don't read in it too much. Somebody doesn't respond. I just walked away from my red flag. He doesn't deserve my energy or time. Well, I'm proud of you. I want a relationship with Ken. A friendship, and he keeps turning me down. Sorry. Always put a limitation on yourself. You know, it's a love bomb when it's too late and you're too deep in. Yeah. I mean, I'm to the point now where I see it. Like, it still hurts. Like, it still hurts when you notice it's a love bomb and you have to let them go. Like, it's not easy just because you know. And thank you for the rose. Like, no matter how long the relationship is, like, it still hurts when it's over. You know, like, there's still some healing to do. Even if the relationship is like 2 weeks, like, there's still some healing you got to go through, some processing. It's called Pure, True, Honest Love and Heart and Soul. Be You Beautiful. Hello. My ex-husband love bombed me like crazy. Well, I'm sorry. Hello, Rihanna. Be You Beautiful. Thank you for the follow. URJII. Thanks for the follow. CHT999. Thanks for the follow. Alice, hello. Luciana, hello. Ariel, welcome. Maria, hi, beautiful. Thank you. Good evening. Hello, Monique. 20 roses. Thank you, Unknown Blonde. How are you, Ariel? I'm great. How are you doing? I'm very tired. Is your shirt gray? Yeah, it is. What if he's so sweet for a month and suddenly he stops calling her beloved and ignores random? Not for me, by the way. I mean, I wouldn't consider any of those red flags. Like, that could... Like, one thing I've heard on TikTok that I really like, which is totally true, is if your Wi-Fi connection is slow, it's because too many people are using it. You know, so if somebody is super invested in you and all of a sudden they start to fade away, like, that doesn't necessarily mean they're an awful person or they're a toxic person or they're a narcissist or they're this or that. Like, if they give you a bunch of energy and they're kind of pulling away, it could just mean that their energy is going somewhere else. They could be talking to somebody else. Somebody else probably has their attention. How can you tell on a first date if someone is a narc or psycho? On a first date? I feel like certain... Thank you for the hat. I feel like certain characteristics of a person, like their interests, could be a dead giveaway. If they come off as kind of entitled, that would be a red flag to me. Like, anybody who comes off entitled, like they deserve this or that for no reason other than they're just alive or they're pretty. Just pay attention to how they talk about themselves, how they talk about others. Like, it's really hard to just be like, this is a psycho, this is a narcissist on a first date. You really need to just pay attention to behavior over time. I don't know if even I would be able to know, like, one sitting if somebody was a narcissist or not. Like, unless they were like super open and just saying all the red flag bullshit that they could. I don't know, that'd be tough. What city are you in? I'm close to Columbus. Do you feel it's harder in certain cities to date? Well, I don't really date people in Ohio. And thank you so much for making that Corey shake its ass. I followed you back. So I kind of just go wherever life takes me. Like, I will date anybody in any state. He keeps telling me he will not see me ever again. Are you in your car? Steph, can cars be in space? We're living in space. This is Loveship. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. He says he'll never see you again, but he keeps texting you. Ignore him. Move on. That guy is not worth your energy. I've been single for 12 years, and there's always a true person out there for everyone. So what is your obsession with narcissistic behavior? It's a very strong statement to put up upon anybody. I'm passionate about it because I went through a narcissistic relationship for 3.5 years, and I didn't recognize the signs of abuse. And at the end of that relationship, I started learning about narcissism. I started talking to a therapist because I thought, am I the problem? And turns out, no, I wasn't the problem. The problem was I was in a relationship with a narcissist. I didn't know what a narcissist was while I was in that relationship. I thought a narcissist was just somebody who's too into themselves. And I was learning about the muse at the time. I was reading a book called The War of Art. And one day the muse told me, you're going to start making videos about the things that you ignore, that you ignored, that you shouldn't have ignored, so that other people know to not ignore them. And the first month of doing that, I got like 0 followers. None at all. But then the second month, I posted a video about effective communication. and attachment theory. And that's what blew me up overnight, was attachment theory. So I'm more so passionate about attachment theory, but the psychology of cluster B personality disorders is just super interesting to me, because those are the people who can't change. An insecure attachment style, those people can change. They can be secure. Like you can love somebody into a secure person if they're anxious or if they're avoidant. But it's very important to recognize narcissistic behavior so that you don't waste your time on those people, because you can't love that out of somebody. You can't communicate, give space, or give attention to somebody so much that their cluster B personality disorder goes away. You can do that with an avoidant or an anxious person. So that's why. It's just really important to recognize. He's been saying he wants to meet me last year, but says I can't keep my promise. Should he tell his kids I need to talk to someone? He's been saying he wants to meet me last year, but he says I can't keep my promise. What do you mean last year? It's July, right? Exactly. Let them do what they say they're going to do. D. Hita, thank you for the follow. Trauma bond at the end was awful, but I'm so glad I got out of it. Glad you got out of it too. Rosita, hello. Daniel, thank you for the follow. Everyone have a good night. God bless. Thank you, Delta. Thanks for being here. I can't read that much Spanish, but thanks for being here, Ote. How do you know so much info about different diagnoses? Because I learned about it. Because I'm just personally super interested in psychology, especially when it comes to relationship psychology and dynamics. So I will study a bunch of doctors. I'll study a bunch of psychologists. I'll read a bunch of books. I personally am not a doctor. I can't diagnose anybody. I didn't go to school for this. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm nothing. I'm just somebody who's super interested in humans. And I've been interested in psychology probably since around 20 years old. Not necessarily relationship psychology. That was more so around like, I would say 27, 28, I got into more like relationship psychology stuff. But I've just always loved psychology. But I don't want to be a therapist. Everybody tells me I'd be a good therapist, but it's just not on the cards for me. Hello from Greece, Julia. Hello. Ash, thank you for the follow. I think he should tell kids he needs to talk to me. My Superman, baby girl, kiss emoji, hello. Fanny, thanks for the follow. Sugar, Rosaline, hello. BPD and narcissism cross over with each other. They can. They're similar in a sense. Borderline personality disorder feels more like a fearful avoidant attachment style, where narcissistic personality disorder, depending on the person, can feel like extreme anxious attachment or an extreme avoidant attachment. But the main things to look out for is entitlement and self-centered low empathy. Like those are the biggest red flags you want to look out for. Like borderline personality disorder can be healed. It can be cured. It's a long process. It takes a lot of therapy. Narcissism currently cannot. You're a good love counselor. So in other words, narcissists think everyone else is narcissist. I don't necessarily think narcissists think other people are narcissists. I think narcissists are projecting and trying to deflect, take the attention and spotlight off of them. That's why they gaslight you. I feel like narcissists, when they're doing bad, they know that they're doing bad, but they're going to twist it until it's your fault. Like they will never admit to it. That's what I think it is. I don't think narcissists actually think everybody else is the narcissist. But I do think narcissists will call other people narcissists so they don't have to look in the mirror and be like, what's wrong with me? Like, what can I work on in myself? I don't know. Maybe they do. Like, maybe they do actually believe that. I wouldn't bet on it, but maybe. Rosaline, thank you for the follow. Of course it hurts. You're only human. I wanted to know when he... Santiago, thank you for the follow. And they are master manipulators. Facts. Like, out of all of them, out of all the cluster Bs, ASPD, antisocial personality disorder, is probably that's who I'd consider the master manipulators. Like, you have a relationship with somebody with ASPD and a narcissist. The narcissist has met their match, you know. Like, I don't feel like anybody can out. I don't know the word for it, but like a sociopath versus a narcissist. I will put my money on the sociopath. Would you rather have leg-sized fingers or finger-sized legs? Damn. I guess I'd rather have finger-sized legs. Girl praying hands, hello. Hello, Reginald. Love bomb, then suddenly no love out of blue. Yeah, that sounds more like a fade, Wendy. That doesn't sound like a love bomb like it could be. A love bomb is more so when you're being treated poorly, not necessarily they just disappeared. Like somebody who's disappeared is probably just giving their attention somewhere else. Bro, I went on a bad date just barely. What do you mean barely, Reginald? And I was thank you for the follow. Did I get a haircut? Yeah, I did. And I was thank you for all those gifts. I think Christian guys can be so mean like that, asking for her since she's out at a class. She doesn't know I'm asking though. Unfortunately, I'm not super educated on religion and how it affects relationships, Wendy. So I can't speak on Christian men. All my energy goes to work as well as need help. Entitlement is needed? What do you mean? Thanks for the speaker, Inez. Sheila, hello. Joanna, hi. Sheila, thanks for the follow. User 12, hi. Lisa, hello. My guard is so high right now. Yeah, work on that. If you are highly guarded and you don't feel like you're going to be able to heal that yourself, talk yourself out of it, definitely need to talk to a therapist. Because I feel like a guard is the number one thing that's going to sabotage your relationships going forward. If you have a guard, you need a therapist to get over that, because you're going to fuck yourself. You look like a nice guy. Well, thank you. I'm finally talking to someone amazing. It's terrifying. Fighting the self-sabotage. Well, I'm proud of you, Ted, for recognizing that and fighting it. UK. What about the UK? That's where you're from, Essex. Cindy, hello. Good morning. Thanks for being here. How are you, Sheila? I'm doing good. How are you? Ken is 1 year behind on the comments. Right now, I'm 91 comments behind. Monique, thanks for the roses. Alex, hello. I didn't recognize the abuse either, even though everyone around me saw it. I lost my sparkle, but it's back with Cindy. I'm happy for you. I just recently self-sabotaged my relationship with a guy that has everything I wanted. Exactly, that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't work on yourself. So if you recognize that in yourself, if you recognize you have a high guard, if you recognize that anybody with good intentions, you don't really trust them, therapy, please go to therapy. So you don't ruin something great with somebody. Raphael, hello. Hi, handsome. Hello. Hello, Joanna. How have you been? And that's why I'm not one of these like fear-mongering TikTokers. Because like a lot of the time you'll go into a TikToker who does talk about narcissism, and they'll just instill the fear of the Lord in you when it comes to MPD. And I really try to hear people out. I really try not to jump to conclusions. Like, for example, I got a great message today from somebody who, reached out to me. They're having problems with their husband. And they're like, what do you think I should do? I'm like, well, he seems willing to try. And that's what you want to look for. Like somebody who actually cares. Like somebody who cares that you're hurting, somebody who's willing to try. I'm like, I wouldn't give up on him. But for sure see a couples counselor and, work on this. Because he seems like somebody who's actually willing. And then I got the message saying, like, this is months ago. And she messaged me today and she's like, you were right. Like, we went to couples counseling and it feels like I have my husband back. Like, it's super important to recognize we're not all perfect. And, if you have somebody who's willing to work on themselves, who's willing to look in the mirror and see what's wrong with them and try to fix it, those are the people worth fighting for. But the people who feel like there's nothing wrong with them, they're perfect, and you're the problem all the time, and they're a perfect angel, those are the people you want to run away from. The ones who refuse to look in the mirror. Can't really love an avoidant, they run away. Yeah, like if you're in an avoidant relationship, you can love an avoidant into being more secure, but it's torture. It's not easy. Like, you do unfortunately have to play games. You do have to work on your self-soothing to a point where you put up with things that you probably shouldn't, that in a healthy relationship you wouldn't have to put up with. But if you're already in the relationship and you love this avoidant person, like there are ways to make it work. It's just I wouldn't recommend actively going to find an avoidant person, but if you're already in the relationship, there's ways you can love them to security a bit. But they also have to be willing to change and work on themselves as well. Wishing I didn't have an anxious attachment style. I mean, it's a gift though. And it's also a curse, but anxiously attached people love the hardest. So appreciate yourself. Ash cakes. Annie, hello. But you can also heal it. Start with the book Attached. Linktree in the bio, go to my Amazon store. I have a whole list of books there to read. Start with Attached. And heal your anxious attachment style. Become secure. Hello, are you okay? I'm Philippines, looking for a man forever. Well, hello. Lorna, thank you for the follow. Hi from Argentina. Francisco from Argentina. Thanks for being here. I talked to him last year. He should not have gotten a divorce. I feel like one of my friends are just using me. Telling it's possible. Where are you? Fabi. I'm in Ohio. Where are you? Humans. Has your knowledge of psychology helped you in your girlfriend selection process? 100%. 1,000,000%. Like, there was a situation last year where I started seeing this girl in September, and in October I started to see patterns that were in my narcissistic relationship, and I left that relationship. I didn't waste 3.5 years with that woman. I only wasted 2.5 months, which is so much better. Like, after your first narcissistic relationship and you can look back and you learn about it and you notice the patterns, once you see them, you can communicate them. You can see if they're willing to respect your boundaries, change a little, but if they're not, you just gotta let them go. It's definitely helped. You learn a lot. Like, the more you get hurt, the more you learn. Keep getting out there. Keep loving. Thank you for the follow. Hello from Thailand. Hello. My life, how beautiful you are in your voice too. Well, thank you, Fabi. Good morning, Hiba. How are you? And Mary, thank you for the follow. BPD here. Well, Gemini twins with BPD. Thanks for being here. Ringstar, thank you for the follow. Seriously, a long time no see. Joanna, what have you been up to? Do narcissists avoid blame? 100%. Miss V, hello. Mitch, thanks for the follow. Is it too bad to be a narcissist? I don't know. It looks nice. Like, I wish I was a narcissist. I wish I didn't give a fuck, you know? Like, it's like there are some pros. Like, it's like they live life on easy mode. Like, it's so much easier for a narcissist to make a lot of money because they'll just stab people in the back and not care. But at the same time, it's like, damn, they'll never feel loved. You know, we only get to live once, and I don't know if I would sacrifice the feeling of love for the ability to just like stab people in the back and not care. You know, like I feel like I live for love, like that feeling of looking at somebody and being like, damn, like I would die for you. Like, I love that feeling. I love making people happy and giving them joy and making people feel loved and cared about. I don't know if I would give that up. Or getting his kids an iPad to watch YouTube, let them talk to me. I guess there are a lot of narcs out there. Yeah. It's estimated that the actual number is probably like 5%, but then there's also the 5% combined of BPD and sociopaths, antisocial personality disorder. So you put those two together, it's like close to 10% of the population. There's what, 8 billion of us now? So that's, what's 10% of 8 billion? 800 million or 8? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. 800 million narcissists out there. Angela, hello. Nice voice, thank you. Give or take. I don't understand why they have to do that. Narcissists are a good manipulator. Facts. So many comments, so many questions. I'm getting to them. Should I be distant too, since he's being distant? Yeah. When they pull back, you pull back 100%. Why would a partner be good on dates and as a friend, but treat you horrifically when dating? Good on dates and they're a good friend, but they're a bad partner? I'll use narcissism as an example. Narcissists make really good friends, but they don't make good partners. Like, a narcissist is a good friend because they use their friends as a triangulation point. They use their friends to manipulate their current partners. They always want to hang out with you. And avoidance are the same. So we can throw narcissism away and use avoidance as an example. Avoidance also do that. Avoidance are constantly trying to escape their relationship, so they use their friends. Avoidance are also really great friends. They always want to do things with their friends. But get an avoidant in a relationship and now they want to run. So if you notice that, hey, this person was a really good friend and we're in a relationship and now they're kind of distant, they don't want to be around, it's because the dynamic has changed. You're no longer an escape. Now you're something to escape from. Johnny, thanks for the follow. I just got back and he was just talking about his record with the popo the whole time. Oh no, Reginald, that sounds awful. Hi, handsome man. Hello. All people with the antisocial personality disorder are narcissists, but not vice versa. Yes. Ellen, hello. Left because he was beating me, but he thinks that I am at fault. I was kidding about the entitlement. Okay. Carmen, you get me every time. Christian/religious individuals are just the same as anyone. It's their mindset. Ask a friend out. He was... Oh, I already answered that. Daniel, hello. Hi from Marie to us. Well, thanks for being here. Steven Universe. Jay Hen, thank you for the follow. Hello. Bia, hi. Thanks for being here. I'm working on my self-chem, but I'm pretty sure I'm still just going to stay single forever. Well, Megan, stay as single as you feel like you need to. No rush. Candy and Amethyst Star, thank you for the follow. Crystal, thanks for the follow. If you put up with things you shouldn't, it damages you. Truth. Hello, Jordan. Joshy, thank you for the follow. Your genetics are very good. If one day I want a child, I will contact you. Letitia, I appreciate it. I appreciate you wanting to use me for my genetics. What's up, bro? Hello. How can I find real love? Just look for people who care. Look for people who care if they're hurting you. That's real love. Like, it doesn't get more perfect than somebody who cares, who tries. Ella, hello. Les Miserables, hello. Sheila, welcome. That gives me hope. You're so good at talking. Well, thank you. How are you? BB Zara, I'm good. How are you? Am enough as I am. Hello. How have you been? It's been a while. Me too. Wish I didn't give. Me too. Wish I didn't give a fuck. Live of the plant. Hello. Mags, thank you for the follow. Giovanna, I'm from Ohio. Where are you from? Thanks for being here. I'm an amazing friend, Ken. We should totes be besties. Have references. Hello, more hello. Sophie, thank you for the follow. Fran, thank you for the follow. Hey there, I'm French. Well, thanks for being here, Liz. Hi, Rangers. Hello, Cat. Cindy, welcome. Carmen and Ali, thank you for the follow. If you're not a Love Ranger yet, click the star. Become a Love Ranger. It's only one lunchable month and you get love next to your name. Just like Reginald, just like Rihanna, just like Amy. And you'll get to use cute emotes. It's just cute and brunchetti. And I'll follow you back and you get a Love Ranger color live in front of everybody. Our fan, hello. I do understand what you tell. Well, thanks for being here. Our fan, hi. And I'm experiencing right here and right now. What's your IG? Super Ken Gaming. Link in the bio. Aya Mayan, thank you for the follow. I'm actually going YK start therapy next week. I know I have to heal a lot. Well, Carmen, I'm proud of you. MJ and Giovanna, thank you for the follow. Hi from BC, Canada, British Columbia, Canada. MJ, thanks for being here. Ken, we'll see this comment in 2025. How long do you wait to date after a serious breakup? I feel like you'll know. Like me personally, if the breakup is serious, I know that I won't be ready for like 2 months. But you'll feel it. You'll feel when you're ready to open up. Like nobody heals the same amount of time. But at the very least, I feel like nobody's gonna heal faster than like 2 months from a serious breakup. So take 2 months off at least. At least. Maxine, hello. Yeah, forever is a good start, I think. Hello from Delaware. Hello. Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? I think crying is a sign of strength. I will never judge somebody for crying, but people definitely do judge others for crying. So I try my hardest to not cry in front of people because people do judge. I'm not one of those people. Like I love it. I love a good cry personally. My youngest has graduated high school. That's how long it's taken to get to the comments. I have to respond to everybody. So some people tend to attract narcissists, so it's good to learn what to look for, characteristics. Karen, thank you for the follow. I agree, Crystal. My last 2 exes were both narcs. Haley, thank you for being here. Lana, hi. Question, guy went MIA for a week, then drops the L word and started talking wedding and moving. You don't get to disappear for a week and then say that you love me. Absolutely not. Hey dear, hello Karen. So you miss me. Joanna. Bella, hello. Thank you for the follow. Lean, thank you for the follow. How are you, Bella? Beautiful, thank you. Wiz and Sing It, thank you for the follow. I'm almost caught up. I'm only 15 comments behind. Hello, Maria. For Martin, thank you for the follow. faster. Hello from Kenya. Hi. Rissel, thanks for the follow. Don't take it personally. They don't know how to have a healthy relationship. Married one. Cammy Cam, hi. Deanna Kim, thank you for the follow. You're the best. I appreciate you so much. It's been a year, but it was my ex-husband. Crying is just to release your hurting feelings inside of you. I cry more at beautiful things than I do over being sad. Like, will I cry over being sad or hurt? Yeah. But I mostly cry over things that are beautiful, like things that touch my heart. Like, though, I love those cries so much. Like, I like watching a nice TikTok of people just happy or excited, and it just brings a tear to my eye. Or like a sappy movie with a good story gets me every time. Like, those are the cries that I do mostly. PJ, hello. Claire, good morning. How are you? My most recent ex did that but backwards. He said he loved me and wanted to marry me and then didn't. I'm sorry, that was funny. Joanna, what have you been doing? And then didn't talk to you for 2 weeks. I'm glad to see you're live. Well, Diana, thanks for being here. May Nahara, hello. Be right back, guys. I'm 97, have to pass away since that's how long it's taking Ken to read these comments. Everybody starts spamming so he doesn't catch up. But you can say you miss me. It's okay. Katrina, hello. How's your night? My night is good. Am I broken? In some parts. I don't feel like I'm broken. Like, there are parts of me that are probably a little broken, but I try my best. I gotta remove Ken from my will. I'm only 5 comments behind. My date last night was low-key bad, too. How many dates you been on this week, girl? Reginald, how many dates you been going on? Myra from Mexico, hello. Cammy Cam, thanks for the follow. Finn and Boya, hello. I'll leave it to Love Rangers. It's broken. Alright, thanks for the follow. Why you look teary-eyed? Because you are all just so wonderful. I don't know. Sometimes my eyes just get teary. Like, on like 3 weeks. 3 every week. What the fuck? Carly, thank you for the follow. You go on 3 dates a week? Damn. I can't even like 3 people in my lifetime. I don't feel like I like 3 people a year, let alone a week. Notice me? Hi. Oh, Ken. I've been a busy mama. Done with the other platform for months. What about you? Joanna, you stopped your how do I say this? you know. Kiki, thanks for the follow. So he's a week out of a relationship and unemployed. It's the week out of the relationship that's the red flag. Brianna, thanks for the follow. How are you, Carly? Thanks for being here. I don't like most of them. I just say yes. Oh, so you're just in it for the food. I got you. His eyes are teary because he loves so much. Brianna, hello. I'm good. How are you? From South Africa, Kiki from South Africa. Thanks for being here. Shout out from the Philippines. Hello. Manuel from the Philippines. Jalang, thank you for the follow. Yes, I'm done. Well, Joanna, congratulations. I'm proud of you. What are you doing instead? It's good for me to get used to it, and I don't want to hurt their feelings anyway. I mean, free food is free food. Go for it, girl. We're talking about toxic relationships. We sure are. Or healthy relationships. Whatever you want to talk about, Carly. Real estate? We love to see it. We love to see it, Joanna. Joanna, do you still live in your awesome Canadian house? So it's pretty much real. South Africa is beautiful. South Africa is beautiful. I've never been there. I'm super toxic. Hello, Jewel. Yeah, I got sushi tonight from a guy with the Popo records. Still can't believe that. Toxic relationships, please. Yeah, Joanna, you have a cool house. Hazel, hi. taste. You have good taste. You'd be a good realtor. Is that what they call them in Canada as well? Maybe I need to stop saying yes to everyone who asks me out. I mean, but did you die? Laura, thank you for the rose. Did you die though, Reginald? You got free sushi and you lived? It's not awful. I have never died. It's a nice one, thank you. I agree. Brooklyn, hello. Waiting on Ken. Except when you took forever to read earlier. Well, I'm caught up now. I seem to attract toxic men. How so, Kiki? What kind of toxic? Did you die? Something toxic people say. Dating in abundance. I kind of miss you. Almost forgot about you until you came on my FYP. No, you didn't. Don't even pretend, Joanna. Don't pretend you don't think about me every single night. Just kidding. Don't pretend every night when you read your kids a bedtime story, tear trickles from your eye. Like, oh, I miss Ken. Yeah, you barely saved me. Good night from Nova Scotia, Canada. Also, the police record is a red flag. Anybody who has a lot of trouble with the law, I would just chalk it up as this person's probably a sociopath and move on with your life. I'm not saying they 100% are, but let's just pretend. Let's just not find out. My daughter says, "Did you die?" when I ride with her. That's what. Anytime I say anything, I complain even a little. Somebody will ask me, "Did you die?" Okay, thank you for the follow. I'm smart. They don't even get to know what area of town I live in. Good. Can you say hello to me? Farah, hello. Thanks for being here. Only when I put my kids to bed. Babe, come home. The kids miss you. I haven't found the milk yet. I'm still looking for it. I promise I'll come home after I find it. They look sweet at first, and then they become extremely abusive and possessive. In what ways are they abusive? Like physically abusive? Kiki, what's going on there? What was even more of a red flag for the guy last night was that he was a week out of a relationship. I feel like the record is probably more of a red flag. Like, obviously, he was looking for a distraction, a rebound. Being out dating that fast, like a week after the relationship. For sure looking for a rebound. I feel like the bigger red flag was probably the police record, Reginald. Paulo and Joel, thanks for the follow. And wanted something serious. Well, he didn't. He said he wanted something serious, but he didn't. Nobody, like, even if you're in your heart you want something serious, you're just not ready that fast. Because, like, I don't know. It took me, after my 3.5-year relationship, I didn't go on a date until Valentine's Day. And our relationship ended middle November, so that's 3 months. I couldn't go on a date. Like, in my heart, I would have loved something serious sooner, but I was not ready. Hi from the Philippines. Paulo from the Philippines. Depends on the record. Wanting a hookup would have been less of a red flag. Well, he can't say that. I mean, he could have, but he probably wouldn't have gotten the chance, but that's honestly what he probably wanted. Okay, cutie patootie. Nice catch up. Joanna, thanks for being here. The guy I'm talking to is younger, of course, and wanted to take it slow, but says he's ready to date. Hezzy, thank you for the follow. If anyone asks me if I died, I just say one can hope, but not yet. The response is apparently talks. Physical and emotional. I'm sorry, Kiki. Chris, hello. No, because I'm too wonderful to wait on. He's worried someone else will scoop me up. What's the record? His record was for street racing and running from the cops. So thrill seeking is also a sign of sociopathy. So I rest my case. Exhibit A. Shout out, hello. Sometimes it's better to give yourself space before getting into a relationship. I feel like it's always better to give yourself some space before you get into another relationship. I commend the men who just say they want to hook up. I'm kind of talking to a guy and he's sending lots of gifts. Is that normal? Yeah. Just appreciate the good while it's there, and maybe the good stays around. If the good stops, if he hurts you, if he does something disrespectful and you bring it up, his reaction is going to tell you everything you need to know, Crystal. When somebody hurts you, we need to pay attention to how they react to us expressing our pain. Like that'll tell us everything. So for now, enjoy the gifts, enjoy the trips, enjoy this, enjoy that, enjoy the hand holding, enjoy the kissing, enjoy whatever, enjoy it. But when he hurts you, does he care? That's what we need to look out for. Hi from Ireland, Irish girl. Hello. How are you? Thanks for being here. I checked them on the SO site. The guy gave her a fake last name. I'm a thrill seeker. The record and the week out of the relationship are both red flags. Yes, I agree. Claire, good morning. Hello. Got a face, and then he's on a first date bragging about running from the cops. What? You make me feel better already. Just talking makes a big difference. Well, Kiki, you can come here and talk with us every single night. That is not normal. Elizabeth, hello. He was a walking red flag. He was good at pretending. He was a good person. Too good to be true. Yeah, you cannot hurt someone you love. Thank you so much for the hand hearts game. Hi from Peru. Hello. Sabber, just thank you for the follow. Caitlin, hello. How are you? Right, the bragging about running from the cops. No, things like give me the ick immediately. Like, sir, no. Haley, hello. Thank you for the finger hearts. And Merlin, I appreciate you. Also, we finally hit 65K. I've been waiting for this moment forever, it feels like. I instantly knew I was never going to see that man again. Yeah. Running from the cops is big no. Look like Superman? Well, thank you, Finley. Thanks for being here. Where are you from? Ohio. Where are you from? Mindar-san, I'm good. How are you? Ken Deer, what's your last name? I don't release that to the internet. Tiff. Rosanna, thanks for the follow. Greetings from Indonesia. Hello. Rose, thank you for the follow. My last name is Ken. First name Super. Thank you for the cool glasses, Gabe. You're the best. Hello, I'm Dominican. Well, thanks for being here, Rosanna, from the Dominican. I appreciate it. His name is Kenjamin Barney. Reginald, you need a book of all your crazy dating stories. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. How old are you? I'm 31. Hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you? So hard to read your name. Amanda, I'm guessing? Amanda? Why Barney? I don't know. Jenny, thank you for the follow. Crystal, hello. Hello, handsome. Hi, Jenny. How are you? The guy last night was 34, so he was a decade older than me. The guy who ran from the cops, he's 34 and doing that? Why was he running away? He might just run away from the wedding. Good morning, watching for the Philippines. Hello. Do you have a GR? A girlfriend, you mean? I don't. Steffi, hello. How are you? At least make a private story so I can hear regular updates. Hi, Ken. How are you? Always looking handsome. Thank you, Peggy. You have a good night, too. His mom and dad gave him that last name. The cop runner 28. Got you. I feel like that's also a little too old to be running from the cops. You love Brazil? I've never been there. Shout out to Brazil. Steffi, how are you? Bless him. Where are you from, sir? I'm from Ohio. Where are you from, Rose? Janny, hello. Do I have a Snapchat? I do. Everything is Super Ken Gaming. Instagram at Super Ken Gaming. My Snap is the same, I'm pretty sure. Or you could look up Super Ken TikTok. I don't know. Have them call me hello. Where are you from, mate? Mindar San. I'm from Ohio. Where are you from? Nims, thanks for the follow. Nice meeting you. Thank you for being here. I'm actually about to date younger for a quick minute. See what that's like. Do your thing, Reginald. Be a cougar. Why wait? Tatiana, hello. Vinny, thank you for the follow. When I say younger, I mean like 20, like 22. I'd go on another bad date if I meant not having the last name Barney. Scotland, thanks for the follow. FMA, thank you for the follow. Do I have a Facebook? Super Ken TikTok on Facebook. Carly dates younger. How old are you, Carly? 22 is fun. Goldie. If you marry Ken, last name Barney. My last name, thankfully, is not Barney. Have a fun time. 31. I'm 24, so it's not far off. And Merlin, hello. Rebecca, welcome. Hi from the Philippines, hello. Also, don't forget, if you want to FaceTime with me or phone call with me, link tree in the bio, book a phone call. And if you're a Love Ranger, phone calls are 25% off. And if you're not a Love Ranger yet, click the star. Become a Love Ranger. It's only one lunchable month. And you'll get love next to your name, just like Reginald. And just like Tiff. And you'll get to use cute emotes. This is cute. And Brunch Daddy. And I'll follow you back. And you get a Love Ranger color live in front of everybody. Everybody, drop some Corgi champions for your boy. Drop some Corgi champions and some Brunch Daddies. What time is it? 11:59. Sachiko29, thank you for the follow. I'm a little cool. Look at those cute emotes Elira is using. That could be you, but you're playing. I'm a puma, not a cougar yet. A cougar is what, 90s? If you're born in the 90s, you're a cougar. If you're born in the 80s, you're a saber-tooth. If you're born before the 80s, that's what, like, you probably use TikTok on like a rotary phone, huh? That's probably not the ticket, but it's still fun most of the time. Novita, hello. It's 6 a.m. on this side. Well, damn. I don't think I'm a cougar. I'm more like a tabby cat. Cougar's 40s. Oh, no. Aren't 90s kids 40? 19? I'm no cougar. It's based on age, not thinking born. Aren't 90s kids 40 now? Mackenzie, hello. Bro, I'm a 90s baby. We're not 40. Man, I miss those videos. I feel like I should bring those back. That would have been true if I could. 31. I'm also 31. I should bring those videos back. Me and Ken are in our 40s. Those videos did so good for me. Brian, thank you for the follow. You just triggered people. I know I did. People were so mad at me last summer. But also, most people got the joke. But the ones who didn't, it was so funny. It was so funny to me. June, thank you so much for the follow. You're 31. I am 31, yes. I remember that. That was so damn funny. I know. I released like 4 of them, like back to back to back. And people still didn't catch on. What joke? I missed it? Yeah, I'm 31. I made a joke about 90s kids being cougars last summer, and it went viral. There were probably, what, like 100, 200 stitches just calling me a fucking idiot the whole time. It was glorious. I loved it so much. And then I did one for the 80s babies right after that. And then I did one for the 90s babies again for my birthday. Hello, my super love. Hello, Miss Ruthless. How are you? My day tomorrow is already going to scare me. I just know it. Hi from Peru. Hello. Damn, we're 90s guys. Carly, how are you? It's based on how you can handle the relationship, and number one is trust. Emmanuel, thank you for the follow. Number one is becoming somebody worth trust. Dang. Trust is earned. How are you, Emmanuel? When's your birthday? August 30th. Damn. I'm gonna be 32 in 2 months. Yikes. I don't like that. RY, hello. Lauren, hello. You look so cute. Thanks. So sweet to me. Don't remind me. I'm 20. I'm 29. At least I'm not 30 yet. Howdy. How are you, Lauren? 30 is no fun. Don't recommend. Don't recommend becoming 30. Panjet, thank you for the follow. Like, that's when the naps start. Like, once you turn 30, all of a sudden you're taking naps, and you never took naps before. Hello, Sophia. 36 is very fun. I hope before I turn 36, I hope they figure out how to de-age us a little bit. I'll be 33 next month. 30 is better than 20s. I think 30 sounds fun. You're more stable. Reginald, your privilege is showing. I'm in my 35. Facts of not being able to sleep before midnight, unless it's a nap. Awesome. The bad things. It's still fun. I'll argue with you on that. Dirty 30 is gonna be fun. I'll have a funeral party. A funeral party at 30. Everyone is required to wear all black. There's their prime. Women are in their prime in their 30s. Let's go. Imagine my salary in my 30s, and it seems like my privilege can. Yeah, Reginald. Reginald, you come from a rich ass family. Not everybody in their 30s are stable. I'm 47 and more unstable than ever. Noel, thank you for the follow. I was dumb in my 20s, and now I'm still fun, but less dumb. Jen, hi. Carly, thank you for the follow. I feel like I finally have a house in my 30s. Reginald, you'll probably have a house by the time you're 28. Because your grandma's a billionaire. Noel from Australia, you'll probably just casually get a mansion for your 26th birthday. We're not more stable, just so everyone knows. Sai, thank you for the follow. How old are you? I'm 31. Stables for horses, I agree. My career has a clear path. Yeah, your grandma's will. Finding Nico, hello. No, thank you for the rose. My grandma will not be giving me a house. Your grandma better give me a house. Reginald, I just want to hear me out. Just let me be your grandma's best friend, is all I'm saying. Just give me her phone number so I can be her best friend. I just want to give her the son she's never had. I'd like to skip the part of my life where I'm mentally and financially stable. Skip to the part. I have a career in my own place. Jen, thank you for the follow. We miss our daddy. Thank you for the finger hearts. Laura, I appreciate you. You're from the US? You sound like British. I'm actually British. I'll do an American accent so the Americans connect with me more. But quote unquote stable now. Are you a 91 baby? I am. What's up from Vancouver Island, BC? Jessica from Vancouver, thank you for being here. How are you? My grandma is trying to spend all her money in her last year's scan. And why not spend it on me? You know? How about I'm part of your grandma's last year's? You know? Just hear me out, Reginald. Give me your grandma's phone number. Or, at the very least, invite me to a family gathering. And let me just finesse your grandma a little bit. Just a little. Hello from Panama. Hello. Ken's giving me trouble with that accent. More importantly than Reginald's grandma. Hi from Argentina. Hello. Virginia from Argentina. How are you? I'm from Peru and I study British English all my life. Well, how'd you know? How'd you know I was British this whole time? She spends it on plastic surgery and hoarding. She's always out here scaring me. Jessica Ann, thank you for the follow. I don't know. I just feel like your grandma and I would get along well. Ayla, thank you for the follow. Not the hoarding. So she can give herself a break and work on me. Anything but the hoarding. She's a narcissist, like you said, a great friend, not a great girlfriend. Your grandma? I mean, she can be whatever she wants with $1 billion, you know? I'll take her. I'll be her best friend. Am I in a spaceship, Carly? Yes, it's a Loveship. Thank you for being here. We're in space. That's what my platform is about. Tatiana, hello. Esther, welcome. William, hi. Your grandma is into Ken. Make it happen, yes. Just, it needs to happen. She needs help with the hoarding. Her house is basically a Walmart. Well, I'm here to help. Hello from Sweden. Hello. Bama girl, hi. Say something in Spanish. I can do some shopping. Hello, Chris. Yeah, she had like 15 new boxes, 15 new box iPhones at one point. How are you, Chris? Headed to bed, had a long, weird day. Well, good night, Alara. Thanks for being here. Among lots of other stuff. Te amo. Diana, welcome. Where in the U.S. do you live? Ohio. I think I'm going to go to bed soon. Hello, Trish. Moon Angel, hi. I don't like Zen Buccaneers. Ryan from the Philippines. How are you, Ryan? I'm good. How are you? Can say, estoy en un cojete de amor. I don't know what I just said. Not that this is a dating site, but I'm confused. Do you have a girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend. Kara? Hello from Brazil. Lais from Brazil. Thanks for being. Carly, thank you so much for making that Corey shake its ass. And I followed you. I appreciate you so much. Can I dress ugly to be your friend? Kim, hello. How are you? Nice to meet you, you too. How are you, babe? I am good. How are you doing? I'm kidding, but after being with a narcissist for years, I'd rather have plastic surgery. Ohio, I went to visit there coming soon. Would you come to Ohio for? Ryan, thank you for the follow. You said I'm on a spaceship. Oh, on a love ship. Look at me learn Spanish. Second one, Kara. Say a word in Russian? What's a Russian word? I don't think I know any Russian words. I'll wear you down, Ken. You're too close and need more friends. Wait, who's in Ohio? Did another train do? I'm in Ohio. Da is yes in Russian. I miss your lives. Well, thanks for being here, Ivan. In Georgia? Iheen, thank you for the follow. Brucio, hello. Miko, thanks for the follow. Trying to think if I know anything Russian. I don't think I do. I'm sorry. Before I go to stores, I go to my mom's house 99%. She has what I need. Yeah, my ex had a friend whose parents were like that. They had like a whole warehouse of stuff. User 92, hello. I'm in Kentucky and bored if anyone wants to do weird things and we'll work together. I can't even take my grandma's stuff because she has like a mental inventory she knows. We could just ask her. She's your grandma. I'm sure she'll say yes. Like, my grandma would, if you even looked at something, she would be like, you want that? And just give it to you. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. If you look at anything, if you looked at anything in my grandma's house for more than 3 seconds, she'll ask you if you want it. And then she'll insist that you take it. No one come to Texas right now. It's like 120 degrees right now. One time my dad took a blanket and she flipped out. She doesn't say yes, damn. Bart, thanks for the follow. Hello, Allison. Where are you, in room or we're in the Loveship? We're in space. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. Follow me on Instagram at SuperKenGaming. All the best. I just visit NYC and Rochester in New York and Niagara Falls at the same time. Or last time. That's awesome. My parents are hoarders. If you throw something away, they'll flip / you'll find it back where it was before. That's how my dad is. Like, my dad will not let go of garbage. He thinks anything old is worth money. Texas is miserable. My mom and your grandma should meet. I took some Christmas lights and she used to ask. You'll say yes when you're my step-grandpa, though. Exactly. I'll become your step-grandpa. Perfect. Is that how it works? I guess I would be your step-grandpa. Yeah. Kentucky sounds so much better than Texas right now. Gina, hello. Reginald, you're in Kentucky? Excuse me, my dad's stepdad. Yeah, I would. I would be your dad's stepdad. Mitch, hello. Amber, thank you for the follow. I go to Kentucky for a weekend every summer. Really? Hi, handsome. Hello. Kentucky is only like 4 hours from me. User 12 high. Humidity in Kentucky is nowhere near as bad as Texas. It's a business thing. Can I call you my boy? Sure. Crystal is Texas. Walk outside and instantly incinerate. I'm going to Ohio in October. Not excited. Husband, hello, Kathy. Where are you coming to Ohio? User 20 high. How to get out from a toxic relationship. Why are you struggling to leave, Leo? Let's start there. Why? What's stopping you from just going? Hello from Palestine. Hello. What happened to the 8 years age gap at the most? Because it's the most fun place ever. Ohio people can't drive? Bullshit. Ohio people are way better at driving than I don't know about everywhere else. I feel like anywhere else I've been, Ohio people are better drivers. I'm moving back to Pittsburgh, hopefully in a few months. So over the Midwest. Why? I love the Midwest. Prove again. I'm officially moving to Ohio now. When I'm in Cincinnati, I can tell which side is Ohio and which is Kentucky because of our accent. Oh, you have children together. Knowledge driving. The vibe is different. Yeah. The vibe is different. Like, we do like, compared to Kentucky, I feel like Ohio we do a little less sister kissing over here. Why is everyone moving to Ohio? The vibe definitely does change. But Ohio people will date their cousins. Ohio be stuck up. I could see that. No, because when I was in the Kentucky side, this lady came into the bathroom basically screaming, "Oh no." How old are you? I'm 31. Blue Eye 62. Hello. Sarah, thank you for the follow. Yeah, certain parts of Ohio can have a stuck-up feel. Not where I live, though. I feel like everybody's super accepting where I live. I'm hoping that Dayton will be more than cornfields. Damn. I don't even know where Dayton is in my head. The entire west side of Ohio was just corn. I feel like Dayton is on the west side. It's all corn over there. Hello, Frankie. How are you? It's cornfields, just look for corn. I live in Redneck, Ohio, and I hate it. Redneck, Ohio. Like southeastern? Or east side of Columbus? So I probably have cousins who married cousins in Ohio and West Virginia. I don't know. Probably. He didn't have to say. They're definitely not gonna have fun. Gabriella, hello. Hannah, how are you? I'm back. Hi, Wendy. Take Reese with you. He'll love it. Found my new crush. Well, thanks for being here. Let's do Kings Island, Ken. Absolutely not. I hate roller coasters. What's your type? Asking for myself. My type is bad bitch. I could take him home on a plane. Yeah, you can totally take a turkey with you. There's a water park. Okay. I can do water parks. Kim, thank you for the follow. A Barbie bad bitch. Yeah. I like a Barbie bad bitch. That's my type for sure. Unfortunately. Blondes TBH. They don't have to be blonde, but they usually are. I'm flying first class. They'll let me take. Can you smile? Yeah. Ever go to Erie? Yes. I've been to Erie a lot. Tori V. I looked her up. She's not my type. She's not my type, Wendy, but I appreciate you looking out for me. Right, unfortunately, because you're in Ohio. V, hello. Thank you for the follow. You actually like brunettes too? I do. I like Lexington more than Ohio City. Let's talk 793. Hello. Tiffany, hi. Cries as a black woman. Oh. I don't believe him. All his ladies are blondes. Yeah, they are. But my 3.5-year relationship, she had blue hair. But every girl after her has been blonde, yes. Have they? Yes. Yeah, they've all been blonde. You do realize that just because your name is Ken, you don't necessarily have to end up with a Barbie. Yeah, but I feel like fate has chosen, you know? I feel like fate has chosen for me. Cute. Blue hair is cute. They definitely have been, yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. If he notices me, I'm going to go to sleep tonight with my eyes open. I don't notice everybody. PLA, thank you for the follow. He has chosen for you, yeah. That's just what I'm attracted to, you know? I can't help it. That's what I like. My dad's name is Ken. Like, that's just what makes my heart flutter. What can I say? We could have made cute mixed babies. Everybody wants to just take my DNA, which I'm fine. Like, maybe I'll put that in an Etsy shop. Does that count as handmade? Juris, thank you for the follow. Fate being, I like them blonde and curvy. Yeah, I do. I do like a curver too. I'm attracted to brunettes, but I've dated blondes and redheads, but brunette is my favorite. Well, he likes brunettes too. I do like brunettes too. I feel like I just like baddies, to be honest. Have I ever actually dated a brunette, though? Yes. I didn't think of curves with Barbies. I think plastic. Can you rate me 1 to 10? Everybody in here. Shaz, do you follow me? It doesn't say follow back, Shaz. If you follow me, 10 out of 10. If you don't follow me, yikes. All the baddies follow Super Ken. You like a challenge? No, I don't like a challenge at all. Shaz, thank you so much for the follow. 10. Shalom, thank you for the follow. Glenny's, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We're all a 10 late. Yeah, everybody who follows me is a 10 out of 10 for sure. My grandma is gray though. See, I dated a Twitch streamer who had silver hair. Does that count? I feel like that counts. That's practically your grandma. Ken says, I'm not a 10, but I'm not a acquired taste. I mean, you follow me, Reginald. That's 10. That's why I love men. Gabs, how are you? Thanks for being here. Anglot, hello. User 42, thank you for the follow. Dave, hello. What's my sign? I'll give you 12 guesses. Hello, Diana. Chris, welcome. Do you think you could safely land a plane in an emergency? Here's the thing. It's a coin flip. I've tried to land a plane, right? So I went to this museum in Florida. I don't remember what it's called. It might have been the Ripley's Museum. It might have been called something else. I tried to land a plane in that museum because they have like a simulation. And everybody was glued to my screen. Like, everybody was cheering me on. And I was doing so good, but I didn't stick to landing. I crashed. I crashed. I crashed the plane and I blew up. Like, I would try, but there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees. I was this close, but if we all ended up in flames, I didn't do it. But I tried. I tried my hardest, and I did really good until literally touching the ground. I don't know if realistically it would have blown up like that, you know? Like, maybe there'll be a couple injuries. Maybe we might lose 1 or 2 people. Safely land it? Probably not. Land it? Yes. Land it with very few casualties, yeah. My personality makes me a 10. Hi from Indonesia. Hello. Pisces. Violet, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. Guess Leo, Gemini. User 66, thanks for the follow. My grandma, she actually had amazing hair. And used to be blonde. He's a Virgo, guys. Hello, Ruth. Me and Marina are gonna start traveling soon. Ooh, where are y'all going? I knew it would be a good story when you started with here's the thing. By the way, the faces you make in your videos are super hilarious, but also real. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my faces. Maybe someday we can all meet. Yeah, I'll totally meet you and your daughter. Hey, cutie, hello. Amina, how are you? Ironically, he's a Virgo. I am a Virgo. Thanks for the roses. Unknown blonde. Yikes, a Virgo. Zodiac isn't real. Sweet KSBB. Thank you for the follow. User 91. Thank you for the follow. Wendy and Florian. Thank you for the follow. Am I Italian? No. But my hands are. When I'm in Jersey, my hands are Italian. Sophia, thank you so much for making that Corey shake its ass. And it's a problem. I get yelled at. I have a friend in Jersey, and she takes me to all the finest establishments. And the whole time I talk, when I'm in Jersey, I do this, and she yells at me every time. She's like, stop fucking doing that. But I can't help it. You know, you have a nice pizza pie in Jersey, and all of a sudden your hands can't help themselves. How tall are you? I'm 6'3". My long-term ex was a Virgo. Best relationship. Facts. Exactly. Virgos are number one. If zodiacs existed. But they don't. They're not real. Have you ever been to the UK? I haven't. I would love to go to the UK one day. Annie, thank you for the follow. Non-blonde looks like your type. As the Jersey Shore Ranger, I approve. I can't wait to go to Jersey too. Their food is really good. As a Jersey girl with zero Italian background, I too suffer from Italian hands. Yeah, you get a nice SPK bagel, that salt, pepper, ketchup. Your hands are gonna be doing this too. You know, even if you got 0% Italian, you got 2% now, and it's your hands. Ken doesn't like to travel. I do like to travel with somebody, not by myself. I don't like traveling by myself. I like traveling with somebody who I get to enjoy the travel with. I'm trying to spit game with Reginald. Your live is distracting. Please, thank you. I mean, I ship Hulkster and Reginald 100%. He only likes chocolate cake and travel. I'm UK, but my sister is a US citizen. She's in Connecticut. Wow. You're so cute. Thank you. Am I single? I am single. The Finger Things Club. Hello. Thank you for the follow. My hometown is all Italians. I like to say I'm an honorary member. Exactly. That's just how it is. I love Jersey. Jersey is a really nice place. It's cute. The people are nice. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like anybody was rude in Jersey, but I wasn't there super long. The Finer Day, everyone thinks it's Finger. Oh, the Finer Club. Sorry. The Finger Club. Sorry, Finer Things. The Finger Things. That sounds like a better club. That's a club I would join. Jersey is ragu, if you catch my drift, brother. I'm willing to send anyone a pizza care package. Sean, thank you for the follow. Reginald, thanks for being here. Good night. He's reevaluate that. Where are you from? I'm from Ohio. Jackie, thank you for the follow. Are you holding me against my will once again? We could play Risk. I've never played Risk before. How do you play Risk? Indiana? I can't leave. I can't close them out. It's not letting me. Yes. Bro looks like Dean Winchester in Supernatural. Well, thank you. Sayaquilla, thank you for the follow. Hulkster? I feel like you and Reginald should go on a date. How was your day? My day was good. How was your day? Can I ask you how old you are? I'm 31. It's totally a boy game. You'll love it. What does that mean? How do you play Risk? Somebody explain the rules. Risk sounds risky. Catherine, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Drop those Corys for your boy. Click the star, become a Love Ranger. Let's get back to 69 Love Rangers. 24 Love Rangers is ridiculous. This is unacceptable. We need 69 again. We're already dating. She just doesn't want to go public yet because I'm a celebrity, brother. Oh, I feel you. It's like a soldier type game. You attack and steal land. Okay. Hi, Ken. Hello. J Ho Chris 520. How are you? Darwin, welcome. Daddy. Hello. You're so handsome. Well, thank you. You're so sweet. Mark, oh, welcome. User 14i. I'm doing great. Chris, thank you for the follow. I'm in the UK every few months, and I remember in June it was light until like 10. That's kind of how it is in Ohio in the summer. It's Ross. Hello. I text you on Insta. Okay. I'll read it when I get off here. Hello, Ashley. How are you? Loving the light. Well, thank you. Emily, how are you? What you doing? I don't believe you can. You look tired. I was tired as soon as I started. Just eating Twizzlers, pondering what a not enough Twizzler that life itself is, brother. You're right, Hulkster. Anyhow. Hi from South Africa. Hello. We gotta find mystery. We have 40 people in here. I can't leave, Reginald. You're just gonna have to turn the light off on your phone and just listen to me while you fall asleep. I can't mute you in sleep, or I'll mute my alarm. Yeah, just listen to me. Just fall asleep, Reginald. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the Loveship. Because I saw in your eyes, Ken. Well, thank you for looking out for me. Hello, Moon. Elizabeth, hi. I will transition into an ASMR TikTok live so Reginald can fall asleep. Send Ken pictures on Instagram. He looks even if he doesn't respond. I do be looking. Do ASMR for me, Ken. Wait, if I turn my phone off, just turn the screen off. Tyne Ram, hello. Very calming and relaxing, thank you. I sent him a good picture the other day. Did you? What picture did you send me? I was laughing at my own joke. I'm trying to remember what you sent me. What am I doing for the rest of the night? Sleeping. He responds. He sends me pictures all the time, brother. Tyler, thank you so much for the follow. I can still hear if I lock it. Yes, lock it. You sound so cute. Thank you. You have beautiful eyes. Thanks. Yeah, noodles. Oh yeah, you did send me noodles. See you next time, Ken. I'll go back to work now. Keep safe. Good night. Thanks for being here. Did we all get the pictures? Yes. Of course. Good night, brother. Good night, Hulkster. Thanks for being here. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Evelyn. I think I'm going to stay live this entire night since we have so many people in here. Cute. I would send you all those noodles. They look delicious. I feel like that's my favorite thing to get is noodles. Cavell, hello. Emmanuel, welcome. Blondes do have more fun. Hi. There's 44. Simmer down, brother. I'll stay up too. Well, I didn't make those noodles, sadly. I was sad tonight. Why were you sad, Elizabeth? For you ladies that like him, send him those pictures on his Instagram. You're welcome. I mean, I won't turn him down. He's forcing me to stay up against my will. Cavell, hello, how are you? Stop crying. I don't cry. RP, hi. Steven, the affiliate, welcome. I live in Pong, Angeles City, Philippines. Well, thanks for being here. He dislikes my pics mentally. I'm working from a city in the Philippines. Private nurse. Well, shout out to nurses. Let's just listen to my ASMR voice. The fuck is that? That was a lightning bug. I'm a lady, real international dating. Rainbow72, thank you for the follow. Accept my spicy water videos. Max way slowly. I was shopping with my family. My cousin was giving me a hard time. Well, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. The night I ran away from someone. Yeah. That was a wild video you sent me. Oi. Hello, Brenna. Thanks for being here. XO, hi. I look great on Pride, but I can't post those pictures. So it got worse, Reginald. It got worse in that video that you sent me. Sanzita, hello. Right. I'm going to go to bed. I love and appreciate you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Click the follow button if you're new. Follow me on Instagram at SuperCanGaming. Drop some corgis. Everybody who drops a corgi, I'm going to follow you back. And click the star. Become a Love Ranger. It's only one lunchable month. And you'll get love next to your name, just like Sophia. Just like Reginald. Just like Tiff. And just like Wendy. And you'll get to use cute emotes. Just as cute. And Brunch Daddy. And I'll follow you back. And you get a Love Ranger color live in front of everybody. And you get to join the super secret Love Ranger lives that only Love Rangers get to watch. And you get to call in and do videos and stuff. And if you want to FaceTime with me or a phone call with me, a one-on-one, we can talk about whatever. I can help you with your relationships. We can even watch a movie together if you want to. Link tree in the bio. Book a phone call. Book a FaceTime. And if you're a Love Ranger, if you click the star and you're a Love Ranger, you get 25% off phone calls and FaceTimes with me. It's where my sister and brother-in-law are moving in a few days from Texas. I have spicy water like that once a year. It takes me a year to recover. Your name's SuperKen? My name is SuperKen, yes. Pizza, thank you for the follow. Good night, loves. Good night, cat. AK, thank you for the follow. How old are you? I'm 31. Denzel, thank you for the follow. User47, thank you for the follow. What I'm into is a no-no word too. He's releasing me from prison. Hello, Joe. But if you want the light that I use to live stream or anything else, link tree in the bio, go to my Amazon store. Any of the books that I talk about tonight are in my Amazon store. Link tree in the bio. You're so handsome. Thank you. Click the follow button. Hello, Jess. Mine's dancing. Kiki, hello. Now we have more people in here and I can't leave. Did we hit 100 followers tonight? We did. 105 new followers. All the best. Stephen King, hello. Tyler Perry, hi. Joe, I'm just chilling. In the Loveship, what's up with you? No public class. How are you? I'm great, Elizabeth. I'm tired though. I should force myself to go to bed. Or should I do a marathon and not go to bed until 6 a.m.? Am I in a car? I'm in space. And cars be in space. This is Loveship. Thank you for being here, Fizo. Click the follow button if you know. Chilling like a villain. Well, thanks for chilling with me in Loveship. I feel like my hair is also tired. Look at that. It's ready. I see you just want to pass time with me by forcing me to be here all night. I love and appreciate you all so much. Good night, everybody. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your night. Sweet dreams. Dream of me.